Shake
Folks, welcome to Sports Focus. Mr. McIntosh is back. He's off assignment. Mr. Solar Clips himself.
Doggone Skip, I should have pictured my solar clips up on the
Yeah,
thing.
he was in the totality.
Doggone Skippy.
How you doing, Mr. Civils?
I'm great.
Sound like an old car starting.
Like he wheezy.
Yeah, weed. But anyway, I hope everybody get to see the clips here, and I know everybody saw it on TV. But we have been eclipsed by a giant that we lost, Dick Gregory. He would be perfect for right now to instill some things in us that we need to know, because we haven't really talked too much political. A little bit in the show, but I mean, the way our country is going, a man like him could definitely, advise us and give us some, direction where to go. Dick Gregory was 84 years old.
Who else died?
Well, actually, Jerry Lewis passed away.
Yeah, he did.
Recently.
Day after.
Yeah, so you know how that thing, they come in threes. I don't know about the other one, but now we move from Dick Gregory to a huge trade. Kyrie and Isaiah Thomas swapping point guards. Who got the better of the deal? Or is it just equal because they're two all-stars? And
they got more from the Celtics than the Cavaliers.
That's right, because Cleveland got some players.
Cleveland got
on this
Got
deal.
a players and a draft pick.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're saying Kyrie is here and Isaiah Thomas is here type thing maybe, or?
Well, the biggest thing about that is now that you got rid of Kyrie, when your big man is not going to take that shot, who's going to take it?
Isaiah Thomas takes a shot.
Well,
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas is in that mode.
Yeah.
And that might be kind of dangerous.
I think
Isaiah Thomas and LeBron.
Yeah.
So
I think Cleveland got the better of the deal.
well, we knew that these two could not be on the same team.
I don't know. I think Kyrie is a good building block, and I think that's
For
what
the Celtics.
Yeah,
the
it's a
Celtics
good.
need
It's
right
good.
now. It's not like that the Celtics gave away all their star
No,
players.
they didn't
for
give
them.
anything.
Yeah.
So
But maybe-
he adds a lot.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, Kyrie Irving may be something the Celtics need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A score, that pure score, because he could be a pure scorer for them.
right. And he's a facilitator most of the time.
Yeah.
And I think he knows in a better way to take over a game and get everything straight. So I think the Celtics probably got the better end of
It
this deal.
should be interesting and I hope that it works out, that Cleveland and Boston meet in the Eastern Conference Final. And then you got LeBron, Kyrie, and then Kyrie can really show him that, hey, I'm the man. And he wants to be, because that's why he said he didn't want to play with him.
That's
So,
right. But you got to remember, all last year they kept talking about LeBron this, LeBron that, and I'm like, you guys keep forgetting that if it wasn't for him,
but my thing
Wouldn't
with
have
that
did it.
is, Kev, I get that.
yeah,
But when you're dealing with of this NBA era, the Michael Jordan of this time, you're gonna say LeBron James. You're not gonna say, oh yeah, Kyrie. It's LeBron James.
This is going to be interesting. Now, like I said,
Because all I know, before LeBron got there, Kyrie didn't smell the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
this is going to be interesting.
So it's going to be interesting NBA season, and I like what the NBA is doing there. Adam Silver is mixing it up. He's really getting some intrigue, and I think he's sort of copying the formula that the NFL is doing as far as involving that drama, and it's making people like, maybe I'll watch. NFL keep messing up. We'll talk about that another time, but the NFL keep messing up. Maybe the NBA can sneak in and get some of that TV, and then they can start being the number one. We'll see. Now, Charlottesville. Charlottesville. Now, there was protests. And we lost a person,
Lost
Heather
a wife.
Heyer, 32 years old. Several people was injured. And I just can't believe, and I know this is a sports show, but damn it, seem like they want to come back. They've always been here, but now since somebody's, in charge and things, and now they feel more comfortable to expose themselves and take off their hoods and all this other stuff. Now, how I use this with sports, because now we have a lot of protests amongst the athletes, especially a lot of NFL players, since NFL is, king right now. And I don't see too many baseball players, kneeling at the anthem and all that. But it brings me back to this photo, John Carlos and Tommy Smith. And a lot of people don't understand this. The Caucasian gentleman, the Australian, Peter Norman, he's the one that gave John Carlos that glove. So it seems like now we're back at this stage where things is happening where the athletes is like, enough is enough. Now it started with Cap kneeling. Everybody dogged Cap for that. But now you had Michael Bennett. He came out, and now the media is like, oh. What's the difference between the two?
You got Marshall Lynch sitting.
But what's the difference between Cap when he did it last season? Now Michael Bennett, there was something that happened, and which happened in Charlottesville. And now he just came out and said, hey, I'm going to do that. And then he encouraged the white players to do it as well. What's the difference between what Cap did last season and what Michael Bennett and we getting to your boy?
Not a thing.
Nothing, huh?
Yes, it is. It's a big
You
difference.
tell me, Mr. Civils.
Biggest difference is you did it as a stunt to save your job, because you knew goodness well if you started this, your team won't gonna let you go, because it would have made it seem as if they're letting you go for that particular reason, not for underperforming, not because you don't fit in their system, but because of that. No matter what they would have said, Black America would have said, they said, no, that's why you're letting him go. So they kept him. It's
So you feel that it was purposely a stunt by Colin Kaepernick, and he didn't mean to, so he did it the whole 16 games.
He did. It started. My thing is this: at the height of your popularity, it's not like all this stuff just started happening that summer before you decided to kneel. It's been going on.
Remember, the media put it out there,
Yeah.
and that's how we all these people's getting killed and
Yeah.
da-da-da-da.
But it's still been going on for a long time, and you want to bring light to it. Do it at your height. You was a Super Bowl a participant. All eyes was on you. You're tweeting. You don't care what nobody say about you. That's what you were saying then, because you was in Miami with that Miami Dolphins hat on, playing for the 49ers. I don't care what they say about me. Now, all of a sudden, I'm going to grow my afro out. I'm going to take this knee, because now I lost my job to somebody that I shouldn't have lost it to. So now I got to make sure that I don't get my behind fired. Then you turn around and you decide to leave with 2 years left on your contract. You didn't go inside of the GM's office or the new head coach's office and plead your case about staying or trying in the new system, at least work you out. You went in and told them to release you. So you decided you didn't want to be wanted to be unemployed. They didn't cut you.
Well, maybe
you
he
left.
didn't want to play for San Francisco. If he didn't want to play for him.
But then sit up there and have your backup plan. You know goodness well with all this stuff going on. Now the NFL said, you know what? They never said anything about you kneeling. They never said anything about your cause. They kept saying you have the right to do what you want to do. That's all the NFL said. That's what every team said. You have the right to do everything you do. But don't tell me I have to hire you simply because they think everybody think you're a better quarterback and I should hire you. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You're not gifted a job.
Well, I see as far as that situation, that's totally different for me because, there's been some quarterbacks that has gotten some jobs
Shouldn't have got
and
them.
they never should have got the job.
But-
But the fact that you don't even bring Kaepernick in, and then you have to question, well, I don't know the baggage, the this and the that. I don't remember, and we're going to end it. I don't remember Kaepernick being that demonstrative during what he did last season. I could see if he was mouthing off at the mouth and doing all this talking. I remember him just, the anthem, sat down, and like I said before, NFL could have told the networks, don't even show that. Don't even show that. So I don't know. And then you got Mr. Jenkins from the Eagles. You got Mr. Long helping out because he's, it's like they're getting everything together and players are speaking up, which that was always a big thing for me, that these athletes, they don't want to speak up because you're going to affect my money. And that's why Dez came out and said, hey, Dez Bryant, he came out and said, no, I ain't going to do that because that's going to affect my my money. Like we said, some players ain't built for that. That man right there, he built for that, Mr. Brown. He's built for something like that. And then you got the NBA Finals MVP saying there's no way, basically I'm paraphrasing, nowhere in hell that he's going to the White House. So we got a lot of these athletes now, and they're speaking up because of now what happened in Charlottesville, and now these white nationalists is just coming out, and they're just like real bold about it now. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised in that time where these people is out and they're just blatantly just like, hey, saying what they say,
Well, I see it as like this. I grew up in the South. I don't care about a Confederate monument because I wasn't alive when all that stuff was going on. That statue didn't do anything to me. You have some people who say they don't talk enough about the slave trade and slavery in the U.S. history books. In Texas, they say it's practically non-existent. But yet you're saying we need to put it in the history books more, but you want to take down the statue which establishes the history to make people go look it up for themselves. Those statues haven't done anything. The problem is America's getting too soft. Everybody's so sensitive about certain things. I have a better question. If these Southern gentlemen decided to move north and they see all these Northern statues of Ulysses S. Grant and all these other Northern generals and say, this hurt my feelings because I'm from the South and we lost. I want you to take it down. Do we support taking them down? Oh, it's a part of history. So are those. And I'm done.
We also had, which I found shocking, the Cleveland Browns during the Monday Night Football game against the Giants. 12 of them, and was led by a rookie, Caucasian player.
From Connecticut.
Yeah. This is becoming a norm. We know that this scene will never be in Dallas.
You know what? Oh, Jerry Jones said so.
Oh, yeah.
You know how come all this is happening now? Because they know it won't be in the backlash. Simply because the NFL is holding their paws on a lot of this stuff because they just letting it all play out. But in the long run, you're still hurting Cap. You're trying to help him, you're making it worse.
We'll see, though. If this player here, number 21, his contract is up. And if he's not that dominant player, you think that the Browns or another team going to be like, you was one of those ones that did the kneeling and all that. Because the NFL owners have definitely shown the thing with Cap, they showed that, we ain't messing with you. Now, what's going to happen with Jenkins? He needs a contract.
Here's another thing. All the rumors were going around San Fran was how much was his heart in the game. Were you going to be more towards your side where you're out there publicly doing all this stuff? But when you're here, are you going to give me 110% and be on this field? And if something pops up, do you deviate from being with this team and being focused on that?
Do you think that's media driven by them? Because we haven't heard Cap say anything.
Honestly, I told all my friends this. If it was my multi-million-dollar franchise, I would be the same way. You know what? I don't need you right now because I need to find out where you are. What's going to happen?
This is why you bring him in and you talk to him. Right?
Are you going to benefit me and everything else under the sun?
Is that what you do? You bring them in, you talk to them, you work them out, you do whatever.
Biggest thing is who's to say that they're not reaching out to him and his agent saying no?
We don't know.
Because he's being advised by someone else.
Who's going to win the fight or if it happens?
Oh, who cares?
If it happens.
This is a joke.
I'm taking Floyd in 12 because he's probably going to tire him out. That's what I think is going to go down. Yep. And he's going to tire him out because he's used to fighting 3 to 5 rounds. And folks, that's all the time we have for you. They ain't asking who's going to win, but I'm going to take Floyd.
That cushion crap.
Peace.
So who's